hello everyone. So today, you join me once again here in the Mojave Desert. As I I've moved a bit further on in my regular play, but here's where I ended up after I completed the DLC. Back in the Mojave Wasteland. Oh yeah, I've picked everything up from the footlocker. No worries. Because today I'm going to have a little chat with you all about what it's like, or at least, well, not the autistic experience, but an autistic experience when it comes to playing games. Now, there is something I just want to let you know, because some people might be concerned. Just while I unarm my laser detonator, I don't really need it out at the moment. Because, yes, there is a cultural aspect, as it were, when it comes to playing games and a discussion to be had. But this isn't going to be in this video. That one's going to be discussed in the Autism and Public Life to give it better context. So, what am I going to talk about here? Well, I'm going to talk about a few things like graphics, mechanics, experience, und so weiter. A few different genres, and so we may not be in New Vegas for the entirety of the game. Okay. Although, I have to say, New Vegas is probably one of the few games that I feel I can give live commentary while playing. Partly because it's an RPG. And thing is, if there's too much going on screen at any one time, it really gets too much. And I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to be able to do that. You know, even if I'm not recording and just casually gaming or playing. So, yeah. But I also kind of like mechanics. A bit intuitive mechanics. Because one thing I have found with some games is that the tutorials get very complex to apply to a real game situation. I mean, obviously, it's a bit different in something like New Vegas, because there isn't a strictly speaking tutorial. There's a tutorial area, which I'm heading back to now, which sort of ends with the Ghost Town Gunfight DLC. But, as you've probably guessed from some of my previous videos, I've completed the Lonesome Road DLC before even doing it this time. I wouldn't probably recommend doing something like that until later. You know, if you've got some experience with the game first. Although, I'll be honest, I was mostly playing... For a lot of the Lonesome Road, I found myself playing mostly... more like playing Sniper Elite. I've only ever played the first game, so I haven't got experience with the other things, but this is kind of the point. Throughout the Lonesome Road, I was kind of walking about, readying with my weapons, sneaking, slipping, finding cover, shooting at the enemies. And I could get into my stride. More to the point. See, that's part... And I hope you don't mind this little bit. Kind of shows me... Wait a minute. Yeah, that's another kind of thing about me. I get a little thrown. I can be easily distracted, in other words. So I'm like, oh. Yeah, I was walking along talking about graphics and gameplay technique, slipping through, discussing, could even get to the point where I was chatting about philosophy while operating a sniper rifle. But I have to say, in a high-paced action game, I'd really struggle to do something like that. So I'm just moving back.
Looking for some help?
Oh, wrong way.
Let's move.
Okay.
Join up. It's your thing. Move out. Lead on.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's rock and
Follow
roll.
me.
You got it. I'm with you.
Got.
Okay. So now I've just got my squadron. Just got a few vehicles as we're entering this. So as you can see, it's quite different. So I need to concentrate a lot more. And that was a relatively calm firefight. Some of these can get a little bit more hectic. So, I'm trying to concentrate here. Well, as I say, fortunately the graphics are not too overwhelming, so I can work out what's going on. Although I have to say, this is all getting a little bit confusing, so I'm just trying. This kind of high basically, if more's going on the screen, lower graphics definitely help. Because otherwise, I've got a whole lot of something to deal with. Because otherwise it's sort of like... So, just gotta... The point is, I'm trying to concentrate a lot on something that's a bit less. So basically, for me, it's sort of like too many mechanic. If it's overly mechanic, we've got time. More I can ponder. If there's time to ponder, I can handle a lot more mechanics. So, yes, I got my kennel. Just do a bit of technology, because that's part of the thing when it comes to playing games. The distance of mechanica. Sorry, that's a very pretentious way of saying it. So, for example, I'm not in the thick of it when I'm here. I've got some kind of organisational distance because I have a very mechanical mind. I don't always play the tutorials in games, although I do sometimes. They can be quite fun. But I also play by intuition. I mean, probably this is more of a dyslexia and gaming feature, but I do find the text walls quite difficult to read. No worries. Let's be honest. There's more to gaming than warfare. Now this is more of a business simulator. So, I find a nice, so say I can plan out my apartment shop. Yes, different. Now I can sell backpacks. I can purchase. As I say, I know I'm clicking through a lot of tutorials here, but reading's not my strong point. I find it hard to read. Yep, this is going to be probably one of the most bizarre department shops you've ever... Kind of a bizarre shop I know I've made. You know, we sell printers, we sell backpacks, and we sell golf clubs. I think they're called, I always call them rucksacks, I don't know. But, you know, for the and Sach. But, you know, I'm just one of those silly. I'm just one of those people. I'm a bit silly at times, but still. Point is, but the thing is, I know it's silly, but I can have fun. It doesn't matter if none of these products really if the thing I'm creating doesn't really make sense. So, now I've got a chair. I purchased a chair. So yes, we now sell rucksacks, golf clubs, printers, and chairs. Point is, but thing is about something like this game is that I can sort of, you know, find my way around even if I can't read. Kind of a plus point, you see. Well, I mean, I say can't read, that's a little bit. So, where shall I place my neck? But the thing is, I can figure it out on the go. So, milk. So, we sell milk. But I can just work it all out, you see. We've got to have cakes after all. Yes. But as I say, I can't I struggle to read, but I can look at the chain. And canned corn. Fair enough, I've got this so I've got this unit going. Fitting for the video. Let's sell more consoles. But as you can see, I'm just I just work it out how to play. And as you can see, and that's the best thing about it. about being able to see what I'm doing. Now, point is, for me when it comes to gaming, playing computer games, video games, electric games, call them what you like, I often find that it's both a bit confuddling, there's too much going on, rendered with too many effects and too many graphics at the same time, and too many mechanics to contend with. But at the same time, it's also extremely absorbing. And while I'm somewhat practiced at games, so here's my little house I've sort of arranged. And in fact, even this old ammunition box I use for storing items that I'm not bringing when I'm bringing things to trade. I can sell things off to Chet or something. And so, I can just set up, take some time out, relax, and just, baptisma. Sorry, I don't know the English word for it. Just be able to just unwind, decompress, just absorb myself into something, and then trying to do something like a philosophical commentary or something at the same time might be a tad more difficult. But if the game's not too fast paced, then I can make that done. If there's not too much to contend with, I can sort all that out relatively easily. Yes, a lot of cut footage from some games where I just kept getting blown up while I was trying to do the commentary. So, yes, live commentary on some games, I just either get absorbed in what I'm doing too much, but having that little downtime, or getting in the zone. I think the zone is important. Being able to just shut off, get away from it all, almost like going on holiday without all the more tiresome and worrisome and stress-filled elements of actual travel. Yes, sorry, yeah. So, and I can just take random in a game like New Vegas, I can just take random bits and bobs that I find in this, funny to think of this little, I think it's a bit advanced for an Anderson shelter, but this sort of upgraded Anderson shelter, and I'm thinking of that as my sort of holiday home in the Mojave wastelands. But, anyway, hope this rambling little video wasn't too unpleasant to watch, and thank you very much. And I'd just like to say, whether you're autistic or not, whether you play video games or not, it was lovely having you here.